Hey friends, Audrey here, the Fit, Fearless, and Faithful Mom. Thanks so much for joining me today. If it's your first time, welcome. I'd love for you to tap that subscribe button, tap that little notification bell so that you can join me in the future. I relate fitness to faith. I talk a little bit about homeschool, and I talk a lot about life, which is what we're going to do today. I am gonna give you my tips of how I do it all. All right, so Cody and I watch a lot of motivational videos, whether it's faith-based or just somebody out there, giving advice on motivation and, scheduling wise and just how to maintain order in your life. So that's something that appeals to us in addition to reading a lot so that we can fill our minds and educate ourselves the best way possible. So you hear a lot like, oh, like this person does it all. How do they do it? What's their secret? Oh my goodness, I just saw so-and-so post on Facebook or Instagram that they're doing this now, and it's so amazing. Would everybody calm down with that? So this video is gonna seem maybe a little soapboxy, but I really want to tackle this because I think it's a problem in society that we start to feel that we have to do it all. And you see my shirt, so I have my tacos and sunshine shirt on because that's what life is about, is having a good taco, having sunshine in your life, and having maybe a little tequila. So that's just me. How do I do that though? Let me start from the beginning here. Ready? So Cody and I own several different businesses. One of them, which is our fitness business, we shut down, 3 years ago, this August. That's when we got the ball rolling on that, and that'll be in another video explaining why I shut down fitness completely and nutrition. Here's the thing. So Cody and I had all these different businesses, and we started them. I got married when I was 22. Cody was 24. And we got pregnant like right away. Hello, honeymoon baby. They do exist. Check out my NFP story down below. We were very young when we got pregnant and got married. We didn't have like 2 sticks to rub together. We really didn't have much. But what we did want to do was we knew that we wanted to create a life for our family to eventually have Cody be, like a true entrepreneur who could have, sort of flexible schedule so that we can go on trips and do things together and be a family, because his mother is wonderful and she did everything that she could for him, but Cody never had that true family experience, family environment, because he grew up completely without a father. They moved around a lot. He didn't have his own room or even his own bed until he was 14. So that's a little side note about my husband. And so with this, when we started the businesses, I was pregnant with Kyler. I was 5 months pregnant, and that's when it became this grind of we have to do everything that we can to start these businesses, and we have to go, 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 go. Which, yes, when you're starting a business, yeah, you have to. And sometimes you need to shut things down so that you can go without compromising your friendships, without compromising your life with other people. What I got caught up in is when I was pregnant with Kyler, I was still personal training, still doing nutrition counseling. Then I had her, I got back on stage competing. The ball started rolling with fitness that way, and Cody and I were working on a supplement business. We just had a whole, you name it, we did it with fitness. The seminars, we even certified individuals to become personal trainers. It was a lot, and I'll never forget, Kyler was like 1.5 years old, and we had been like grinding day in and day out with the fitness businesses. Cody was grinding with real estate, there was a lot happening. And I'll never forget, I am not a night person. We were sitting at our kitchen table and I kept doing like the head bob because it was 2 o'clock in the morning and I was really tired. And Cody's a night owl, so he was like, plugging in. After my head hit the table, because I had head bobbed so badly, I looked up at him and said, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I am exhausted. We have been grinding it out for the past like 2 years. Is this gonna be worth it? I don't really know. And he looked at me and said, if you need to go to bed, like go to bed. Okay. So that was kind of like the first like seed that was planted in my head, because I had it in my head for some reason that when you get pregnant and you have a child and you want to start all these businesses, it's grind, 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 grind. And you have to do. And because if you're not, then who are you as a human being, right? Because that's the garbage that society is feeding to you. That if you are not keeping up with the Joneses, if you are not moving into these cookie cutter homes and buying the latest model of a vehicle, who are you? You're nobody, right? Let's keep going with this. So as time trekked on, I went back to work. So I've had a whole gambit of experiences. I have been a stay-at-home mom, a working stay-at-home mom, then turned working mom, stay-at-home mom, homeschool mom. Okay, so I've had a gamut of experiences. I've had the buffet, and I really like where I am. It's awesome. When we had then 2 children, I was now working, still running the fitness businesses. Cody had completely separated himself from fitness at this point, and he was blowing and going with real estate, which is awesome. But I was still doing this dance with fitness, still trying to grow a Beachbody team, still trying to do this, still saying yes to everyone, because, you know, while compliments are nice and people would compliment and say like, wow, Odd, like you're doing so much, and like, how do you do it? At some point, people get to a breaking point. And while I wanted to stop, there was this, society was driving me, I'll just say that. And you might think that that's ridiculous and that's insecure of me, but I wanted and I felt like I had to do everything to be the best teacher that I could be the best mother that I could be to these 2 children, be the best wife that I could be, making cookies, helping out at school, helping out here, helping out there. And then we were hit with the flood in August 2016, and things really went into perspective. Big time. I wouldn't go as far to say like our world was turned upside down. Our world became different. Our world became more focused and centered. I got off all social media. I was going through horrible postpartum depression and I had anxiety. And so I decided to get completely off of social media, which was great. This was a big turning point for me. It was I didn't think it at the time, but it was very much so needed, and a little bit down the line, welcome. It put my faith, fitness, nutrition, the whole gambit back in line and back to where it should have been the whole time, because I just started feeling so scattered and so pulled, and it just became crazy. And when things start becoming crazy and chaotic, that's when you know that something is wrong and something has to give. And if it doesn't give, you're not aligning yourself with God. Now, stress can be good. Stress is a good thing. You know, we need that certain like, whoo, ha, we need that. But if you are continuously feeling that, if you're continuously feeling like you can't get a hold of your faith, you can't get a hold of your fitness, you can't get a hold of your nutrition, take a step back and prioritize. So my mom has this thing that she's passed on to me. God, family, everything else. God, family, everything else. But when someone asks me like, hey Audrey, what does your day look like? How do you plan out your day? My first response is I started with prayer. I started with prayer because if I don't, like things just aren't right. Like there's just grossness that I feel like is around me. Start your day off with God. If you need to wake up just a little bit sooner, you know, the rosary takes 15 minutes. You can wake up 15 minutes early and spend some time with God. And you know what's the cutest thing? So Saturday mornings, I usually like sleep in a little bit longer. And Corey comes knock on the door, and now she knows that I say the rosary before I get out of bed. So she'll come in, and I am not the parents who like let our kids come into bed with us. No, that is me and Cody's space. That's our space. No, you are not allowed to sleep with us. No. But so she'll sit like just on my bed. And so we'll sit there and we'll say the rosary together. She sits there. She's 3. She just made 3. She's 3. And she'll sit there with me and she'll say the rosary, and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. Now, during the regular work week, Monday through Friday, when we have school and we have different activities, that is like the most crucial time when I say my daily prayers. Like if I happen to wake up with the kids for some reason, like if I'm really tired, the day just doesn't go right. It doesn't. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. I start my day off with the rosary because it opens me up. It's like my warm-up. Think about a workout. You need to have a warm-up for your workout because otherwise you pull a muscle. I start my day off, my warm-up is with the rosary. Because it centers me on Christ. It centers me on his mysteries, his life, his death, his resurrection. So yes, the rosary is my warm-up. I can go totally into what I'm reading. I'm doing my scripture study still. It really is a course study. And so if you want, comment below if you want me to do more about diving down into what I'm doing faith-wise. I'm gonna link some videos below as well that I've already done. After I say the rosary, I do my scripture study. My faith is a priority. Taking care of yourself, warming yourself up with faith, super important to start your day. It warms up your whole day because then you're in that mindset of God first. Warm up your day with prayer and start your day with God. I really use that time just to myself. Like that's my time in the morning. I'm a morning person. Now after that is when I work out. I really need to get my workout in before the day begins. I really don't like working out in the afternoon because I feel like it just chops up the day. Sometimes it happens. Kids will just wake up early and I don't mind them being in the gym with me at all. But if they're ready to go, like, all right guys, let's just go. I'll skip my workout but it's going to get in. And there have been days when I have slept in and so I got my prayer time in, but I didn't get my workout in. And so I worked out at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I don't like doing that because then that cuts into dinner time, but it's a priority. Start your day off with your workout. If you don't have time, again, make it a priority. What do I do for nutrition? Well, I pretty much eat like the same thing. I'll have some fruit in the morning or I'll have egg whites with an egg or two. Usually just one egg because then I'm really full. I want to eat what makes me feel good, and that doesn't mean like eating junk food and eating garbage. No, like what makes me feel good? Well, some mornings I'm just not that hungry when I wake up, so I'll just grab some fruit. Some mornings I am like ravenously hungry, and so I'll eat some waffles, yeah, plural waffles, and I'll have egg whites with an egg yolk. So yeah, depends what kind of workout I've done, depends what's happening in the day. For lunch, I'll go into this. Let me know if you want to see like a day of my food as well. But nutrition is another priority as well for me. I always have tea. We don't drink coffee in our house. Coffee makes me sick. Like it really makes me feel bad. So I really don't drink coffee. But we do drink tea, and tea is decaffeinated. So I really enjoy that with some local honey and my prebiotic. I do want to make the comment that I do not, I do have cheat meals. I do have cheat meals. Like people like, oh, you don't have cheat meals. No, boo, I do. I really do. Friday night, we usually have sushi. We usually have sushi on Friday night, which I know is not like a cheat. But what I will have on the weekends, you can pretty much always catch me with either a margarita in my hand on the weekends, or it's the sweet tea vodka and I put Crystal Light with it. So that's another one, not a big deal. And then I love chips, salsa, and queso. Who doesn't? So we do have Mexican on the weekends with queso. Now, when it comes to dessert, I am not just going to, or any cheat meal, I don't just put anything in my mouth. I don't, it's gotta be worth it. Like something that I really, really enjoy, those drumsticks where it's like the ice cream cone with the ice cream, and then you have the hard shell on top. Ugh. And then Girl Scout cookies. That is something I will splurge on. Throughout the week, you can catch me putting whipped cream in my mouth. You can catch me eating Cool Whip. But it's these like little spurts of things. I used to deny myself. I used to have body dysmorphia, and exercise bulimia, which means that I would binge on food, but then binge on exercising. Super unhealthy, but I don't do that anymore. Like, I allot myself treats and it's wonderful. Don't skip out on that. When it comes to scheduling my day and how I'm able to keep those 3 things in line, guess what? I don't get on social media during the day. I don't answer messages. Right now, I looked at my phone because the only reason I look at my phone is to see if Cody has sent me a message or if he's called. And I check my phone 2, maybe 3 times a day. That's it. I turned off all notifications. And what's cool about turning off all notifications is that for like Messenger, not Messenger, like your text messages, I guess, yeah, Messenger. For your text messages, when you turn off the notifications, it does not put a number next to the box. You know how like your email, it'll show you that you have like whatever, however many emails you have, it does not do it. So you don't even hear nothing, know nothing, see nothing. Ignorance is bliss in this case. Okay, so right now, when I just checked to see if Cody had sent me a message, I saw that I have 57 text messages. So think about that. How am I able to get my prayer life in order, get my fitness in order, get my nutrition on track and paying attention to what I'm eating if I am constantly answering text messages back to people constantly throughout the day? Like, that is nuts. So what I do is I check my phone either when I wake up in the morning or before I go to bed, but sometimes I don't want to look at anything before I go to bed. But one of the definites is I answer mid-afternoon, which right now it's mid-afternoon and I still have not checked these 57 messages. So in the middle of the day, that is my planning period for school. So that's number 1, is that I pull out any other worksheets, I correct the kids' work. I usually correct it like as they go because I don't want them like coming back to the table because then they've like totally checked out from school for the day. I'll put new worksheets back on their clipboard. For Singapore math, there's no worksheets, so I'll just put like move the tab if I need to, things like that. So that's number 1. Then what I do after that is I answer emails, then I answer my phone, then I do text messages, and I have my phone hooked up to my computer, which most of us do. So guess what? I'm not on my phone, everybody. I am texting back from my computer because it's way faster. If you do not have, if you don't have an iPhone, I can still respond to you through texting because what I do is I'll type my response in a note because then it syncs up to my phone and all I'll do is copy paste and just send it back. I'm telling you, it's a huge time saver not responding to people, and it has annoyed people in my life. But you know what? Think about this. I am home with my children and I am schooling them or I'm playing with them. Think about like every time you get a ding, like you're not engaged with your children. You're not focusing on your children. Then after that is when I check Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube comments because I really want to engage with everyone. So I do check YouTube comments. It might take me a couple days because I don't want to be on there every single day, but I guarantee you that you will get a response from me if you leave a comment. Going back to what I said, this is getting a little long. You know, society says like you have to do it all and be it all. Blah. Prioritize yourself. What is most important to you? What is most important to God so that you can align your will with Him? And if you're feeling chaotic, get rid of something. It's not the end of the world. And you know what? Majority of people are caught up in their own world anyway. I don't think they're gonna miss whatever you get rid of. And then when you get rid of stuff, you're actually able to focus. That's pretty much how I run my day. It's modeled after this book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Cody had read it many years ago when his businesses were growing, and he was like, man, there's gotta be a better way. And I think it was my brother-in-law who introduced him to this book. So this book has been pretty cool. And I hope this video was helpful. If you want me to expand on anything in regards to fitness, your faith, and how to really keep another firm schedule. This was, I say a snippet, but this is I think one of my longest videos. So if you stuck in there with me, props to you. And if you're new and you stuck with me, like, kudos. tap that subscribe button, tap that little bell so that you can hang out with me more. If I can do anything for you in regards to fitness or your faith, if I can pray for you in any way, let me know, everybody. All right, take care. Have a great day. I'll catch up with you next time. Bye.